Hello. Again, my name is Andrew Wright. Uh, it's good talking to you guys again. One of the things I want to talk about is Booker T. Washington, as we discuss economic figures and economic climate from 1900s to 1917, I believe. One of the things about Booker T. Washington, you'll read this in my abstract, is that he was someone who the things that he was able to do, whether it was the Tuskegee Institute or whether it was several of his inventions or whether it was several of his business ventures, he was able to touch a wider base than the African American community. And I think that is something that when it comes to economics and African Americans, especially in those early days, that it was very important because you have to, and again speaking from that time frame, you have to realize that you're going to face opposition and you're going to face people coming in and telling you you're not worthy to do this, you're not supposed to be able to do this, we don't want you in our business. And so one of the things that, forgive me, one of the things that it was imperative for him to do was whatever he did, whatever venture he took, it had to be able to reach more than the African American community. It had to be able to reach more than people around his neighborhood, and the people that he interacted with every day. One of the things that I think is important that we need to discuss the most is probably what he was able to do during that time frame. I think you have to look at the Tuskegee Institute, and then the reason I say that because I know a lot of people, they may try to point to a particular invention or a particular time frame, or like maybe some big blossoming thing that happened, some fad that was able to happen during that time. But you have to look at it like this: him being one of the figureheads that led the charge for the Tuskegee Institute. And first of all, for those who don't know what the Tuskegee Institute was, it was it was a place for African Americans. It was a place of higher learning for African Americans, um, not just for business, but to military. There's a very good movie came out in the mid '90s called The Tuskegee Airmen, and those were all African Americans who attended the Tuskegee Institute. Later, and then later on, were able to break the barriers as President Truman integrated the Army Air Corps, which is the Air Force today. But that was his big thing because he set in motion a perpetual doorway for African Americans to walk through in the business world, and in the education world. Um, I know W.B. Du Bois, they had their run-ins, because a lot not it wasn't just Du Bois. A lot of people felt that Washington was trying to make it so African Americans were subservient to whites, and I don't believe that's what he was doing. He was trying to teach them that you can't do this on your own. You have to learn how to function in the white society, and I think that's a lot of times that gets missed and overlooked. Is he just wanted them to function in the society that they lived in. They lived during those times that he lived. It was a racist society full of racist Caucasian people, mostly Caucasian males that were trying to hold them down. And he was trying to tell you that if you're going to be successful economically, um, or in the education field, you have to learn to cope with these situations and with these people. And I think a lot of times that gets overlooked, and a lot of times people they downgrade what he's done because of that, because of just that instance, because they know maybe he's misunderstood about what he was trying to do. But I think Booker T. Washington was a very good pioneer because he opened up doors, and those doors led to African Americans being able to get jobs in job markets that were closed to them before. I'm very anxious to hear your comments about this, and I look forward to speaking with you guys later on this week.